I mean, I didn't do any notes.
No.
No notes.
Same. Some things never change.
Yeah, there's no point.
If my notes slip, then Dolan creeps into this chair, doesn't he?
I just had a little thing in my head I was going to say, but I was going to do a little partridge.
Mum would be like, why have you bought this? When I was young, I'd be like, Mum, I like Bovril, let me live. My mum was like, oh, that's a lovely voice. Who is that talking? And my dad was like, oh, it's Chris Dolan. And she took one look at the screen and went, I do not like his hair.
What?
Hello, welcome to the Villa View podcast with myself, Dan Bardell, and over the international break we've managed to lose a couple of key players, so we've ended up with Jas.
That's definitely the worst intro I've ever had on anything.
Jas has actually been on a few previews, so if you watch the match previews you'll know exactly who Jas is, but for those that don't watch the match previews and only listen or watch the podcast, you want to do a brief introduction about yourself, why you support Villa?
Because
how we know each other. I don't even know how we know each other,
well,
actually.
we work together.
Yeah.
Cheers, Dan.
Yeah.
We work together at Sky. And my dad's always supported Villa, so runs
Natural,
in the family.
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
I mean, the other option was Blues, so
Why does someone in your family support Blues?
I've got a rogue uncle.
Have you?
I've got a rogue uncle.
Is he like disowned, not allowed around at Christmas, things like that?
Absolutely. And Villa Blues games are great fun.
How do you end up as a one person in the whole family supporting Blues?
Well, I think when my dad was younger, like they grew up in Aston.
Yeah.
But
so it makes sense for him to
So it
support
makes
Villa.
sense. But I think by the time, so my uncle, the rogue uncle, is.
Do you call him the rogue uncle?
Yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. So he's the youngest, and they'd moved out of Aston when he was like growing up. But I just think you follow them, like if your whole family are Villa fans.
Yeah.
But no, he went rogue.
Yeah.
He bought me a blue shirt when I was like 7 or 8.
You didn't wear it though.
Didn't wear it. I've still got it.
What do you mean you've still got it?
I've still got
This is
it.
an awful start. Do you mean
It's in
you've
the
still got
bottom of the
blue shirt?
drawer.
Why didn't you just chuck it away?
I didn't want to be rude.
If I was ever bought anything Blues, it would just go out the. I mean, not that anyone ever would, but it would just go out
I
the
was
window.
7 or maybe 8.
Yeah, but you're saying you've still got it.
So, yeah, I'm sure I've still got it. Yeah.
Wow, I'm baffled.
I'll gift
Completely
it to
baffled,
you.
and that is not a good introduction. Not a good little fact for the first podcast.
No, it's not really.
You're quite nervous, aren't you? Because obviously you listen to the podcast.
I do listen to
so
the podcast.
you know it's serious business usually in here.
Yeah.
And you're a little nervous, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. But
no need. Hopefully.
cheers, Dan.
So we'll
You're filling me with loads of confidence.
we'll see you through the podcast. We'll see you through. Mm-hmm. So, what have you made of Villa start to the season so far?
Well, we spoke about it in the previews.
Yeah. Well, this is a different audience.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. You should go back and listen.
The last game's put a real dampener on it.
Yeah, I agree. And it's the worst thing that could have happened going into the international break.
Yeah.
We can take a lot out of, I think, how we've played.
Not in the last game. I didn't
Not
think
in the
about
no,
that at
no.
all.
But I think in like the first, did someone say like 10% of the season's already gone, which is quite scary.
That is scary.
Like-
Shows you've listened to the podcast though, because I think we have said
there
that's
you
good.
go. Yeah, so that is scary considering we're 19th.
18th, I think
18th,
we're
okay.
18th at the moment.
But it is 4 games in, 5 games
Yeah.
in. You can't look at a table that many games in. But I think had we have gone to an international break, even if we'd lost but played really, really well.
I still wouldn't have been happy with that.
No. But I would have felt a hell of a lot better than I do now.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to come on to the West Ham game because already it feels like a big game. Like, because we didn't win in the first 2. Mm-hmm. The Everton game at home felt quite big.
Yeah,
and I think it is the home games that are going to be the ones that decide our season. So again, on Monday on telly again, like it was Friday night football last time. This time Monday night football, it does feel. Oh, there goes my pass. It does feel pretty big.
It is big.
Yeah. But then we're saying not to look at the table at this point, but then we're also saying it feels quite big.
But like I said, it's a home game. I want to say it's West Ham, so we should be picking up points.
Well, they're doing all right.
They're doing really well.
Yeah, it is a
and
concern.
I mean, I don't think you can take into consideration the 5-0 loss against Man City because I think that's coming to everyone.
Let me tell you, I am.
That's coming to a home ground near you.
I am dreading that trip to the Etihad.
Yeah.
I think it's next month we go to Man City. Kevin De Bruyne at the moment. I don't know if
He's
you saw
on
him for
fire.
Belgium against Scotland. He's an absolute joke.
Yeah. He scares
Absolute
me.
joke. He missed basically the whole of last season, and then
Yeah.
we've come back into the league. And De Bruyne is about,
Fit as a fiddle.
and we're on the horizon, and that is a scary game.
Yeah.
But should we start with a little international roundup?
Yeah,
It's going to be
let's
quite
go.
a casual podcast, I
Yeah.
think, because not much has happened since Tom and myself did one last week. So,
But one thing that is still the same.
Go on then.
Dan Bardell is still seething.
I am still seething. I was about to make a Kevin Friend joke.
Oh, were you?
believe it or
Oh,
not.
sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
I was about to say, like Kevin Friend takes his job, we're not going to take this podcast too seriously. It's just, it's a little bit of a mess around. No need to make any serious decisions. We're just going to go through
Okay, yeah.
and see what happens. So,
Is that a rant over? Or?
no, it's in there. Like, there's some questions coming up about him. A few people have
Honestly,
mentioned
you're
it, to
really
be fair.
enticing them to carry on listening.
Yeah, people love it. Let's
I
start
had a
with
whole
it.
hour of it last week.
It was virtually a whole hour.
I know. I
be
listened
fair.
to it and I was like, God, is he
It was
going to stop?
topical. That's what people have tuned in to listen to
Do you know
all
how many
through the
times?
week.
Do you know how many times Tom was like, I think we've spoken enough now about him. Let's move on. And somehow we ended up back
I
to
know,
Kevin Friend.
because it was the big talking point. I'm still not happy about it, but let's try not to dwell on it too much. So you're the one bringing it up now.
Yeah, but you tweet about it nearly every day.
I'm trying to do international roundup here.
Okay, go on then.
International roundup. We've just actually got the England team news before we've come on, so it's 7:35 on Tuesday night for us recording this podcast now. So we've seen that yet again. Tyrone's, I say yet again, it's only the second time.
Yeah.
Mings is on the bench, which is
Yeah.
a bit disappointing for us, isn't it? Because we
It
want to
is.
see him, but it's understandable.
Yeah, I mean, I was hoping to see him when at the end of the last game. I was hoping that.
They're never going to bring on a defender though in a qualifier
Yeah,
when you've only got
but-
3 subs. They're just never going to bring him on.
I am gutted for it. If he doesn't come on today,
I mean, he won't come on, I wouldn't think, unless there's an injury. And then I'd imagine he's 4th centre back, so I'd imagine Gomez would come on.
but even still, like, you can tell me all this, like, I'm still gutted for him.
He won't be gutted. I don't think he'll be too good.
I mean, I would. You don't want to get the call up, and there's a massive hype around getting called up, and then you don't even get on.
But it's
as a-
expected. I would say it's expected.
Yeah, it is,
Aston
but you just
messaged
gotta
me
be
earlier.
hopeful.
Aston messaged me earlier saying, Ming's been on international dues, a complete waste of time then. It's not really. Because he's been training with class players.
Okay,
Testing
yeah.
himself in training against
Fine.
the likes of Sterling, Kane, Sancho, Rashford, class players.
Yeah.
A couple of them world class, I
That's a
would
fair
say.
point.
So he's testing himself in training. Southgate's getting to know him.
Yeah.
He's getting to know what it's like about being in the England setup, and there'll be friendlies coming up, and he will get his
Yeah.
chance in a friendly. Then they're probably not going to take the risk with him in a qualifier. And I actually think this game against Kosovo tonight will be a hard game.
I agree. I completely agree.
Did you see their press conference yesterday with their manager?
Oh my God.
What a nutcase!
Yeah, and I've
But
heard it-
enjoyable.
But enjoyable. But honestly, we've like Sky have been running it constantly, and every now and again I just hear like.
Yeah, but he also
I'm like-
said, I mean, that's not going to help the audio. He also said that England were the best team in the world at the moment, which I'm not sure I completely agree with. I
No,
think
I don't.
France might have something to say about that, to be fair. But yeah, Heaton also on the bench. So the Villa players away with England. Just a training exercise, really. No game time, you wouldn't think.
No, but I mean, I think we knew that Tom Heaton was going to sit on
yeah.
the bench, and he was absolutely not going to get time. But
No, for sure.
I feel like with Mings, I was just a bit hopeful that he would just get a bit of a maybe run around. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too optimistic.
I think you're treating the qualifiers like they're a friendly. And
Yeah,
where you get to
well-
make multiple subs. And
Yeah, I
Gareth South,
guess.
obviously, he can only make 3.
Yeah,
And-
no,
and he-
I know,
And he's going to be
but-
taking them very seriously.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's made
I
a
just
couple of
feel for
changes
him.
tonight. But obviously, he hasn't kicked off yet. He's made a couple of changes tonight, but not the
But
one
I
at
would
centre
rather,
back.
like, what Aston said, like, yeah, I take your point. But I
Yeah.
do take Aston's point. I'd much rather him mingle with our team and fix the problems in our team than.
Mm-hmm.
Do you not agree?
I kind of agree, but I also think it's good for him to get the experience under his belt.
Yeah.
I think he goes away from Villa. He's quite a happy guy anyway, isn't he? But we've just lost a game. He'll be feeling a bit rejuvenated by going
Yeah.
away with England and training with those players. He hasn't played, which from a Villa point of view, I actually think is decent because he's not picked up a knock.
Yeah.
He did have that groin
Yeah, he
a
did.
little groin knock as well, so he's not got injured. He's
Yeah.
not played. Sometimes you want players that play for Villa to go to their country and play well, and you want
Yeah.
them to do well. But then on
If
the
he'd
other
got
hand,
injured, I'd
yeah,
have been
exactly.
raging.
So on the other hand, when they don't play, it's actually quite a good thing for
Yeah.
Villa. And he's gone and he'll be buzzing from having the training, and he'll
the
come back in a good frame of mind. So
That is true.
in some ways,
Yeah.
it's okay. Hot Wheels 86 has asked, what does Grealish have to do to get picked? I don't know what you think, but I actually think I didn't think he was ever going to be in it. To be honest, I don't think Mings was ever going to be in this first squad.
I
Yeah, you did me in that. You
did.
told me he was going to be in it, and
Yeah.
although I think where you work maybe played some part
No, I don't.
in that, but people are saying, Grealish should be in there, Grealish should be in there. And to be fair, people like Lingard's in the squad at the moment. I think Dele Alli might be in the squad as well, having played one game. So
Yeah.
they're not really in the squad on merit. But I think Maddison and Mount are probably ahead of Grealish at the moment, and they've started the season better.
Yeah.
So they're always going to get in ahead of Grealish.
That's the thing. I think, what does he need to do to get in the squad? I think...
He should drag us up the table.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I feel like what he did last season, and it's so easy to say what you did last season when you're playing Championship to Premiership, is a really unfair judgment. But, and I want to say he needs to be maybe a little bit more consistent. Like, we all love Jack on the pod, but is that fair? Do you think that's fair to say? Because he does play really well, and he is, like, without Jack Grealish, like, our squad would not fall apart, but it is...
There's no like-for-like replacement, is there, for Jack?
Exactly. But yeah, I feel like maybe a bit of consistency and a goal.
See, I don't think,
would have made a difference.
A goal or an assist.
Yeah.
Might have helped. I think he perhaps got one assist. I can't remember.
Yeah.
The way I think he got an assist for the Bournemouth goal, it was, well, I would call it a cheap assist though. It was just a simple pass and Ruiz has whacked it in from 30 yards.
But
I would say,
an assist is an assist.
Yeah, that's true. I would say we've not seen the best of Jack so far.
I agree.
But it'll come. I'm not worried about it. People on Twitter seem a little bit worried about it.
Yeah.
My only slight concern with him is that he goes back to the Jack in the Premier League last time. And I'm not saying he's going to go back to that because he was, let's face it, we weren't very good back then. And the Jack before Dean Smith came in that didn't have the productivity. When Smith came in, he suddenly started to get goals and assists.
I agree.
And I'd like to see him taking more. I want to see him taking more shots.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
That was what I always thought in the Championship. And when he started taking more shots, he started getting more goals, which is, as you would expect, to be fair. He ended the Palace game well, that run. That's what I want to see more of.
Yeah.
I mean, that should have been a match-changing run. But,
Yeah.
Kevin Friend didn't want to know about it, did he? But that would have been a game changer. That would have been a game changer from Grealish. And I think that's what he needs to do more of, because you look at Maddison. I think Maddison started the season as good as he can, to be fair, but Mason Mount's a bit of an unexpected one. I don't think anyone would have expected him to come straight in the Chelsea side, score a few goals. So I think he's kind of usurped Grealish a little bit. Grealish, had that not happened, I think Southgate might have had a look at Jack. Yeah, I think Mount's come, not from nowhere, because I think we all knew about him, and Southgate's a big fan of Mount, but he's come in and he's had the productivity, so that's why he's there.
Yeah. No, I'm with you on that. I feel like with Jack, it's almost like I want like the old Jack back. I feel like
it's only 4 games though.
That's the thing, and it is such a big jump. It's a massive jump, Championship to Premiership.
Has it been a bigger jump than you thought it would be? I've got to be honest. I was expecting a little bit of a better start. I was thinking the jump for some of our players wouldn't be that big.
Same.
But actually,
and I think
it's been a bit bigger than I anticipated.
I completely agree, and I don't know if that's because of how well we played at the end of the season. That we had really high expectations, but the two factors are you're playing better teams and it's not the same squad.
Yeah, that's true. There's a lot of gelling still to be done, isn't there? And I think we can all agree the window was positive, but I certainly at the end of the transfer window was a little bit disappointed we didn't buy a couple more, which sounds ridiculous when we bought 107 players.
Yeah.
But I did just want a couple more, and the fact that I'm feeling that we're a little bit short in certain areas has put a down on it a little bit, and the fact we've lost, whichever way you look at it, we've lost 3 out of 4 games. That's going to take the shine off anything, but I just wanted that feel good to completely carry over from last season. And in the Everton game, to be fair, it was there. But
what do you think, why do you think the Everton game was so different?
Because we went 1-0 up.
Yeah, but...
And we looked a bit more compact.
Okay.
Tottenham, we went 1-0 up.
But
you accept that you've lost that game the way it went. We've done that game to death. But like Bournemouth, we turned it down after 10 minutes, so it's always going to be a little bit flat.
I agree.
But we actually played well in that game.
We did.
Palace the other day was not good.
No, it wasn't.
And and
it's just a shame.
I can lament the referee all I want, and I will, but the facts are we didn't play well in that game, and we didn't do enough to even get a point, really, although we did in some respects. But let's not do that again. Let's move on to the next international player. So John McGinn scored his first goal for Scotland against Russia as they lost 2-1, and then he scores his first goal. Going to be feeling good, isn't he, John McGinn? So what does Steve Clarke do the next game against Belgium? He puts him on the bench. And he comes on in the 86th minute when they're 4-0 down.
I don't understand this. I don't get it.
No. That's mad. That's mad.
It is mad.
I think the Scotland fans quite like Steve Clarke, as far as I know, but they've almost, they're not going to qualify. Oh no, well, to be fair, they're not going to qualify through that route, but they've got the Nations League route.
No,
which is really weird because they can still qualify from that because I think they finished top of that group. I think in the Nations League.
Honestly, if someone can send us a Nations,
I don't understand.
I don't get it.
No, but I think they can still.
They can do it through a different route.
I may be getting Scotland confused with someone else. To be fair, so let's move on. quickly, in case I'm wrong. But yeah, Belgium.
But John McGinn, I think the fact, regardless of the fact that he got dropped and whatever, the fact
again,
that
he's had a rest.
He's had a rest
for Villa,
and he scored a goal.
Let's look at that. That's two positives.
Yeah.
For Villa there, so he should be firing and ready to go again for Monday. The fact that we've got a few extra days actually to play on a Monday is a good thing.
That's always a good
thing as well because the players that are coming back late. You've got Saturday and Sunday to train.
Yeah.
So actually playing on a Monday might be quite a good thing for people like Douglas Luiz. He's been away for the under-23s, I think it is, for Brazil. He's been playing against Colombia and obviously he's travelled a long distance. He gets to come back now and have a few extra days to recharge, and then he's still got a few days of training as well. So that's good.
I think people really underplay the whole jet lag thing as well.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm no athlete.
No way, Dad.
But I know the jet lag's not clever.
No,
I don't enjoy it.
I think people underestimate how long it actually takes you. It's like if you think about when you come back from holiday, it takes you long enough. Imagine you've got to come back and you've got to go train.
Yeah. I mean, I tried to get you down the gym today, and you didn't want to know before the podcast, and you're not even jet lagged. Next player.
Let's not talk about my gym schedule.
Next player, Conor Horan, 82 minutes for Ireland against Switzerland in a 1-1 draw.
Yep.
And he'll have just kicked off for Republic of Ireland now, playing left back against Bulgaria. I kind of see where Mick McCarthy's coming from because he's saying, well, if I can't try this now in a friendly.
There is that.
I don't know whether they're struggling at left back. I wouldn't know their left back personnel, to be honest. But he's got a good delivery.
Yeah.
He's good on the ball. He's got a good engine.
Yeah.
He's not the quickest, but he's not slow.
He's not, no.
But I don't see that being a long-term thing, and I don't see that being something he would want to do.
No.
Because he's on his day, he's a goal-scoring central midfield player.
Yeah.
Left back's not going to do anything for him, really.
Exactly.
But I think I remember James McLean playing left back for Republic of Ireland at some point. So they've obviously got a problem there.
Yeah.
they've got something going on at left back. But I'm sure he'll go and give it his best. I know he loves playing for his country. So.
Yeah. Do you see him pushing back in?
He's playing for Villa.
Yeah.
Yeah, he'll get games. Dean Smith said he'll get games. I don't think he'll play on Monday. I think he'll stick with the same midfield three. But we've got a lot of competition in there actually because Lansbury came on and made an impact.
Yeah.
Scored a goal that got disallowed. In case you didn't know.
Not that he's mentioned it.
Against Palace. So Lansbury's suddenly pushing as well. 3 assists in the cup game. I must apologise to Henry Lansbury actually. Ooh. I was a little bit harsh on him in the podcast after the cup game. I don't think I realised what a good game he'd had. But I think it's because I just expected loads from him when we signed him, and we've not seen it. But I apologise. I think I was a bit off with my podcast statements.
Okay.
In that game,
Retracting?
I did also make a mistake last week that I need to point out. Someone called me out for on Twitter. I asked where the defensive midfielder was for the Palace goal, and I thought he was marvellous. I'm not marvellous. I thought it was Douglas Luiz who was on the pitch, but actually it was Conor that was on the pitch at that time. So I need to apologise to Douglas Luiz as well. Hold my hands up. The sub had just been made. I'd had a few beers at the game. I didn't realise. I apologise. So apologies all round to the Villa midfield. But yeah, Conor will get games. You like Conor, don't you?
I like Conor. I'm a fan.
Everyone who does the Villa View likes Conor, which I'm not sure always goes down that well with some of the general public. But
why?
We do. Yeah, why? But we've done that again.
Oh right, okay.
We've done that to death. So let's not do it again. And we wish Conor all the best.
We do.
In his quest at left back tonight. The Irish Roberto Carlos. So I think that's pretty much for international duty. They're the highlights I've picked out. There is some other Villa players that have played international football over the break. So Neil Taylor made a mistake for Wales the other night, but we don't want to dwell on that. No. Kalinic is playing for Croatia, but he's our 4th choice goalkeeper now. So again, wasn't going to dwell on that too much. But we have had a question, something I didn't actually realise. Salia Khan, and I hope I've pronounced your name right, says we could lose Luiz for 3 weeks in January because of a pre-Olympic tournament. Thoughts?
Not happy.
I mean, we must have known about that when we signed him. I mean, I've got to admit, I don't know what that tournament is.
A pre-Olympic tournament?
Yeah. Enlighten us in the comments if you know exactly.
Yeah.
A pre-Olympic tournament doesn't sound right. You don't mind losing someone for an actual tournament.
Yeah.
But this sounds a bit like a fake tournament to me.
Yeah, it does. And he plays such a huge... And January could be... Well, January always is very, very important.
There's a lot of games.
There's a lot of games. I don't know the fixture list, but... No, I'm not happy.
You'd think we're suitably prepared in midfield, though, because there's still, as long as there's no injuries at the time, there's still 5 guys who can play there.
We're months away.
Yeah, no, I know.
You just don't know.
You presume that we've planned for that. You never know, we
hope
might
so.
do some even more business in January, although
There
I
is
would
that.
say there's more pressing areas than
than
central
our midfield,
midfield. There was a game at Villa Park this
There was.
weekend. The Villa women beat Blackburn 2-1 to continue their 100% record. They're
are
off to a
smashing
flyer.
it. They absolutely are.
Yeah.
I'm very proud.
Yeah, I really want to go and watch a women's game.
Yeah,
and
but
obviously
I love
because we're all in London, it doesn't
We'll
work
get
great.
onto that.
I'd love to go and cover a ladies' game. I know some of the Under a Gaslit Lamp guys have been over there and covered some of the ladies' games.
Yeah, we should
But
go.
yeah, they're doing really well.
They're doing really well. We've
to
probably
play at
learned a
Villa-
thing or two.
And to play at Villa Park as well.
Yeah.
It's a huge honour for.
Yeah.
I say it's a huge honour. They should be
They
playing
should
there.
be playing there.
Because they're Aston Villa.
Yeah.
Gemma Davies, the manager's got a manager of the month as well.
I saw, yeah.
Yeah.
Again, like, very proud of it because
I think they're
there's a
going to
lot
go.
of really good
I know there's only 3 games in, but I got a good feeling. It felt like the women's team was building towards something last season. It probably didn't always show in the results.
I was
but they
going to
were-
say, yeah,
they were
every time I saw it, it was
definitely-
like,
they were definitely starting to build to something, and they
Yeah.
got off to an absolute flyer. Made
Yeah.
some tidy additions. So I've
Yeah.
got the little match report here because I've seen the goals, but I wasn't at the game, so I can't tell you what it was like. But apparently, it was a dominant display. Melissa Johnson spent a great chance after just 3 minutes before she turned home across to open the scoring. It was a smart finish. Emma Foley struck the bar with a long-range effort as the host took a 1-goal lead into the break. I speak to Emma a fair bit. She's loving life.
Yeah.
At Villa, yeah, and then Marissa Ewers put Villa 2 up shortly after the restart again. Really good finish. I think that was her first goal for the club. Blackburn pulled one back, and then Sean Rogers made a stunning save at the end of the game. So that's the little match report. But I'd like to do more
we
with
should
the
do a
women's
Villa
team.
View.
An outing.
Oh, we should do an outing.
Maybe we could do. I don't want to tread on Villa on tours too much. A little vlog.
We could.
Although I do
vlog.
feel like I'm a bit old to be vlogging. 34 next week. That's
I
pretty
wasn't
old.
going to mention it,
That's
but
probably double Max's age. Which is, to be fair, maybe I'm a bit too old to be vlogging, but it's positive, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then to be fair to Christian Perslow, he's very passionate about the women's team as well, and it's good to see.
I just think it's morale as well around
Yeah,
Villa
making
Park in
it
general.
as one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If the women are absolutely smashing it, then
1,261 people there. Because to be fair, in the Super League, the top league, there was like a load of derbies this weekend.
yeah, there was.
And they nearly sell out
They were.
everywhere. So it's really positive
I know. I
and
saw
really good to
Stamford
see.
Bridge was near. Yeah,
Yeah.
near enough to sell out.
Tails was at Villa Park
Yeah.
watching the game as well. Yeah,
What did he say about it?
haven't spoken to him.
Okay.
Haven't spoken to him about it, but I
Nice.
can get his thoughts
Yeah, I do.
for next week. So
Yeah.
yeah, Marissa Ewers joined from Birmingham in the summer. So I wonder if she's got any Birmingham City shirts in a drawer like you. So next up, Gemma Davies' side are on the road next Sunday to take on Crystal Palace. The team are back at Boldmere St Michael's on the 19th of October in Continental League Cup action. Yeah, maybe
Hopefully their
we'll look at that
trip
date.
at Crystal Palace goes.
Let's look at that date for the League Cup, although I imagine that might be midweek, which wouldn't be good for us. Would it?
We can do it. We can go after work.
Oh, wow.
Or London-based.
Have you ever drove from London to Birmingham? After work?
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
nightmare.
That's
Traffic.
all right.
You'd never get there on time. Never get there on time.
What time's kick-off?
I don't know. I don't have the information. Right, we've already talked about
It's a
Jack.
TBC.
Yeah, we've already talked about Jack a little bit, but it is his birthday today at the time of
It is
recording
his
the podcast.
birthday. Yeah, it is.
24, younger than you.
Younger than
Definitely younger than me.
me. 10 by 10 years.
we wish him the best, don't we, Jack?
Yeah, we do. Jack Grealish follows you.
Yeah, he does.
On Twitter.
Quite friendly with the Grealishes. Not so much Jack, but I've met him a couple of times.
Yeah?
Nice guy.
Yeah. Well,
tell
happy
you,
birthday,
can tell a
Jack.
nice birthday story about Jack, about how he started following me. I
Tell
don't know,
us.
Don't know whether people would want to hear it, but
You can there's a fast forward
Yeah.
button somewhere if you don't.
no, this is a nice story though. I think
Go
this sums up the family and sums up the man.
Okay.
So when I used to write for the Birmingham Mail once a week,
Mm-hmm.
we just played the FA Cup semi-final and he'd absolutely just run the show against Liverpool. And I did a article for the Birmingham Mail basically just praising him. He was living the dream, blah blah blah. The stuff you'd expect. And
Yeah.
suddenly one day on my phone, a little notification: Jack Grealish has followed you. Next thing I know,
How long ago was this, sorry?
it would have been 2015 or 16. I'm not sure.
Okay, yeah.
I want to say 2015. Next thing I know, a cheeky little DM. Jack
From you or
Grealish
him?
thanking me for the
Oh,
article.
Jack slid into your DM.
Yeah, saying thanks for writing that
okay.
article. I read it. I really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
It really meant a lot to me.
Oh, that's
From
nice.
then on, I've been a firm family friend of the Grealishes.
There you go.
Yeah, lovely family.
Yeah.
I'm sure Jack's having a nice time out with them tonight, celebrating his birthday. He
He was
he's
in
a,
St Lucia.
yeah.
the other
No,
day.
was it? I thought he was
Was
in
it St.
France.
Lucia?
You've got that wrong. He was in France. I think Saint Tropez.
Was it Saint-Tropez?
I think he was in Saint-Tropez.
Maybe I'm getting confused.
Yeah,
one of
just-
them is really nice and one of them's just all right.
Basically, he was on holiday.
Yeah.
Which I think we can all agree is a good place to be. But I think he'd have rather been with England. It would have been nice for him to have the England call-up. I spoke to his dad about this, actually. It would have been nice for him to have the
Yeah.
England call-up across his birthday. But
Oh, that's true. Then he would have played.
I'm pretty sure his
there.
time will come. Someone else's birthday in the first team as well, Neeland. It's his birthday today.
It is.
Found himself
Happy
as
birthday,
third
Neeland.
choice goalkeeper, but we like to wish him a happy birthday
Yeah.
as well. I like Neeland.
I like
We've
Neeland.
spoke about him before,
Yeah.
so although I don't think I'll ever see him play for Villa again, I
No.
wouldn't have thought, but you never know.
You don't. I mean, I bet a year ago we would have said, "Oh, I don't think we'll ever see Jed Steer actually."
That's true. That's true. You've done me there. That's a very astute observation from you. Right, let's go to the West Ham game. West Ham on Monday. The return of Robert Snodgrass.
I like Robert Snodgrass.
I think we all
and I really miss
like Robert Snodgrass.
Yeah.
Yeah, possibly over the last 5-10 years, one of my favourites that we've had. I know we only had it for a season.
Yeah, that's a strong statement.
I really like him.
Yeah.
I think that actually Robert Snodgrass is one of the key factors that brought the Villa dressing room back.
Yeah.
So I think the dressing room had been a mess over the years, and then I think the likes of John Terry and Snodgrass
Yeah.
came into that dressing room and
I agree.
made a real difference. And everyone that played with Snodgrass loves
They've
him.
only got good things to say.
Yeah, and credit to him. He wasn't treated the best by West Ham. The owners slagging him off. He came to Villa.
Yeah.
He's gone back to West Ham. If we'd have gone up that season, he'd 100%
Yeah.
be playing for Villa now, wouldn't he?
Yeah.
But it didn't work out for us at that
No.
point. He's gone back to West Ham. And he's played a lot of games. I don't think he's not a regular starter.
I was gonna
but he's
say.
been involved in a few games
Yeah.
this season, and the West Ham fans like him. They like his attitude. They like him a lot.
But the thing is, okay, yeah, he hasn't started as many as I think maybe he thought he would, but sometimes that person's attitude, and like you said, his
Rubs
attitude
off.
around our dressing room, I think has a massive impact on the team that we had, I think maybe especially last season.
Yeah.
And coming into now. Would you have him back?
I'd love him back. I'd love it, to be fair, because I think we're short on the wing
Yeah.
as well, to be honest, and he's still a class. He's still a Premier League player.
Yeah.
Robert Snodgrass cutting in from that right hand side. I'd
How
love
old
to
is
see
he?
him. I think he's 30, 31. So he's not really the age of the signings
No,
that
I
we
was
would
gonna
make.
say.
But what I was going to ask you,
Oh.
so we're talking about people in the dressing room and stuff. Do you think perhaps someone like that is what's missing now? Because there isn't a lot of experience in that dressing
There's
room.
not.
Tyrone Mings is one of the older players, and he's 26. And that's no age, really. Is that your age?
Same
Yeah,
as
that's
me.
no age.
No.
Tyrone Mings. So there is a...
And also,
Because that's why we bought Heaton.
yeah.
So outfield, though, that you don't really see that. I suppose Neil Taylor must be 30 odd.
Yeah.
He's playing Elmo's in his 30s. But do you know what I mean? Just
Yeah,
that
I
astute
do.
Premier League player that's played a lot of Premier League games and has that know-how. I
And
do
also
feel we
just
miss
someone,
that.
I feel like, I don't want to use the word like idol, like role model, but someone who's
Yeah.
like you need almost someone who's like a character with a lot of
And he
experience.
is a character.
Yeah, but I mean like someone like character, experience, and not just like a whole a whole range of experience. Like, and I think it's important to have John Terry, but. And I think maybe he was the person before, but
Terry
that
and
people
Snodgrass
looked up
loved each
to.
other.
Yeah, they did. But just someone to look up to that you can kind of go to. I feel like we don't have that. There's no
Because it's
one.
different. John, that's a good point, because John Terry is coach now.
Yeah.
That's different to being a player.
I agree. Someone that
isn't-
you can go to on pitch or. I'm like, obviously he's around a lot.
Yeah.
It's obviously at
But it's
training.
different.
It is different.
Because Jack's the captain now and doing a great job as captain.
Doing an amazing job.
Took us up.
But
He's 23.
he's
24
He's
now.
24.
Yeah.
But and how much experience does he actually have?
But
And it goes beyond. Okay, yeah, him. Coming up and all the different stages that he's had of his career. But you want someone who has played at different clubs, who has maybe played for England, got to finals, has experienced the disappointment, experienced the highs, the lows. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because really, like, if, for example, and I hope to God this doesn't happen, we end up in a relegation battle, I can't think of too many that would have been involved in a relegation battle in the Premier League
Yeah.
before. So it's all these different experiences.
Yeah.
Where we're a fresh, young, exciting side, and Dean
Which-
Smith wants to play the right way. And even Dean Smith not really been involved in that kind of thing before.
Exactly.
He's not managing the Premier League, so it does feel like there's a bit of a gap.
And the thing is, I think we have got a young team, which
But I like that.
I like that.
It's got a lot of positives as well as I was
yeah.
saying there's a negative, but there's more positives with it, I think.
I agree, and I just think we just need that one. I think we just need that one maybe bit of experience, and maybe it's just someone who kind of will sit back and whatever. But I do think we're
Like an
missing that.
outfield Tom Heaton, because
Yeah.
that's why we bought Tom Heaton.
Yeah, but you're not going to go to like he's a goalkeeper, and I just don't think that many people would. Okay, yeah, he has experienced that, so maybe I'm.
And he was captain at Burnley for a long time.
Yeah, he was, but I just think it's different going to a goalkeeper.
Yeah.
But
Jack will have learned things off being in a dressing room with Snodgrass, to be fair. I mean, this has turned into
and
Snodgrass
Jack,
loving.
John Terry.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
But Snodgrass will get a warm welcome.
Yeah, he would.
A very, very warm welcome. And to be fair, for someone that was there for a year, a lone player, I think of some of them.
He got a lot of love.
I mean, I can't think of many lone players we've had that were as successful as him, that we loved. Because we liked Twanzebe.
Tammy.
Yeah, we liked Twanzebe and Tammy.
Oh,
Did the Villa fans love them to the same level of Snodgrass? I don't think they did. I'm not sure.
I think maybe for different reasons. I think we love Snodgrass for what he brought to the dressing room, but we love Tammy for how many goals he scored.
Yeah, but Snodgrass had his fair. No, I mean, not to the level of Tammy. He scored a few goals and got a lot of assists.
Yeah,
as well.
But
I don't think. I think Snodgrass might be our favourite loan signing ever, unless I'm missing someone blatantly obvious. I feel like Snodgrass might be the favourite loan signing we've ever made.
Again, I think it's a different.
Although
thing.
Mings was on loan. Yeah, Mings. Yeah, to be fair, we loved Mings from day one.
Yeah, we did.
Okay, I'll take back what I've just said.
The last 20 minutes, just delete.
We've got some team news from Dean Smith today on the Villa website.
Yeah.
So Codger and Target are out. Codger has been injured, gets fit again, and then he's done something to his head. So he's not going to be.
What's he done?
I don't know. So he's not going to be risked.
No.
And at the moment, I mean, I'm not Codger's biggest fan, but I wouldn't mind him as a decent option on the bench to bring on.
Yeah.
Chester's back in full training, which is great news. Great news for James Chester. It's going to be hard for him to break in the team.
Yeah, which.
But it's just good to have him. But he's a leader.
Yeah,
in a different way.
Yeah.
He's a leader, but it's just great to have him back. I don't think has he played this year? He hasn't played since January. He played in January, so he hasn't played since January.
It's a long time.
That's what Dean Smith said. It's a long time out. There's no way he's going to be ready.
It's a long time, and also a lot has happened. Like, I think if you go back to January,
I still love James Chester.
No, I love James Chester, but if you go back to last January, we were
in the doldrums.
We were like I think we were what 13th.
I can't remember
in the championship.
We weren't looking good.
We weren't. I think if someone had promotion was such.
It's a pipe dream.
It really was, and to come back now, not even forget. Like we're literally in a different league.
No, it's a big ask for him to just come straight back. I mean, to be fair, Engels and Mings is undoubtedly the number one centre-back partnership at Villa now. Smith's worked with Conser before, so he's sat on the bench at the moment. He's third choice. Hawes is a decent option as well, although I didn't think he had a good game in the League Cup.
No.
Chester's fighting to even be third choice. Which is a shame because
it is a shame.
Not many players did as much as James Chester in that 3 years in the Championship to try and get Villa back. And Steve Bruce has run him into the ground. Again, this is something we've done to death, but Steve Bruce, I'm still appalled by the situation he left us in last season. Someone else who might come into Smith's thoughts, Marvellous Nakamba. He played in the Cup, looked very tidy.
He did.
He looked very, very tidy. I said last week I couldn't work out what foot he was.
No,
because he was just popping it off with both feet. So he's Smith saying he's now fully in contention for the league, whereas he wasn't before. But it's good competition in central midfield.
It is
competition. I'd like to see replicated out in the front three positions a bit more. But one of them ain't going to be on the bench. So last game you've got Louise, you've got Grealish and McGinn who started. Conor and Lansbury came on and did well.
Yeah.
Suddenly Marvellous comes into there as well. One of them isn't going to be on the bench.
Okay, so would you put Marvellous in? Would you start Marvellous?
I'm not going to start him. I don't know whether I'd put him on the bench.
You wouldn't put him on the bench?
Not sure for a home game.
Oh, maybe not for a home.
Although maybe a home game, if you're winning and it's tight, he might be someone to come on and see it out a little bit more. But
maybe he needs that.
It's good competition.
But I don't know if West Ham is the game for it, because I think West Ham's going to be a tight game.
It is going to be a tight game. I'm hoping it's going to be tight like it was in the Everton game, but we come out
on top.
I said earlier, it's already a massive game.
Yeah.
For us. We feel more pressure when we're on TV as well, especially in the Premier League now. It's more of a global audience.
Yeah.
It's a lot more pressure on you.
Do you think that makes a difference? Like, to the players, do you think it actually makes much of a difference?
Probably not.
We were on TV a lot last season.
Yeah, but it's the Championship, so I'm disrespecting the Championship big time here, but it's not as big a deal in the world. Premier League is absolutely global. Everyone loves it, so there's more eyes on it. I don't think it makes a difference to the players, but to me, I don't like to see us getting humbled in front of the whole world. If we can avoid it. So Villa K2, and to be fair, a few people asked this. Ginger Luke asked it. I think Ty Bracey as well. Villa K2 says, "Is it time for a system change? Change of formation?" Yeah, there is a lot of that question, but
there is.
Do you know what I think?
Go on.
I would worry if we changed system.
Would you?
Because I would think, right, Dean Smith knows his plan. This is what he's doing. I play 4-3-3. That's my method.
Yeah.
If he suddenly then changed that, I'd think, well, he's going back on his principles and his beliefs. Because that's not the way he thinks we should play. And that's not the way we've signed players over the summer. We've signed players to play in a 4-3-3.
Yeah.
So if we suddenly change now, I'd start to think, something funny. Because I always think Villa over the years, the bad managers, when things aren't going well, they panic and they go to 3 at the back, and it doesn't work because you're not drilled in it. I mean,
and you haven't bought players to fit that.
Although I do actually think we could play 3 at the back with some of the players that we've got. And Dean Smith's played it before, but I would worry it's suddenly just coming in from nowhere now.
It's a really hard one though, because it goes back to the fact that we've had some really good games and we've had some really good performances, but just not got results.
Yeah.
And how much can you keep taking out of our performance when we're still not getting the results?
But out of 4 games, I would say there was only 1 that was a bad performance.
That's what I'm saying. So
it's only 1 game out of 4. I know the results aren't there, but it's 1 game out of 4. So I wouldn't be panicking changing formation.
Do you take things out of the performance, or do you take things out of the result? Because if you look at just our results, you'd be like, okay, something needs to change here. But actually, if you looked at all the performances, we've had 1 bad performance.
I did read something earlier which I found quite concerning, that said that we've faced the most shots in the league so far this season. So it shows that teams are getting through us.
Yeah.
Quite easy. So I think that's something to look at. But I think we'll firm up. So if I look at the Everton game, I think we were really solid in that game. We were a bit more compact.
Yeah.
But Everton still had chances.
Yeah, they did.
In that game, probably had the better chances than us.
Yeah, but I don't think you can take that away from Everton, because Everton are a really good side.
Yeah, but they're all good. Most teams we play, we're going to be coming there and we're going to be coming and saying they're a good side. I mean, look at West Ham. They've got a £45 million striker up front. On Monday, Haller, and he's already scored a few goals. They got some good players. They spent a lot of money on another player whose name completely escapes me. I don't think he's played much so far. But West Ham can be got at. Their defence isn't all that. They've got Diop, who's a good defender.
Yeah, but again, their defence isn't all that, but our front isn't.
That's true. Because I look at their defence and think that's the weakness, but then people would probably look at our attack and say, yeah.
You know?
Oh dear. I've gone from trying to make a positive point there to you turned it into a negative.
I'm just trying to be realistic.
No, I know. What team do you think he will pick then? Do you think he'll change anything? Because
I think he is.
I want to see El Ghazi at home.
Yeah.
I'm on Duke. He's got to change something because Trezeguet's suspended.
Exactly. Oh, yeah.
El Ghazi for Trezeguet.
Yeah. I think formation-wise he'll
stick it the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. No chance of him changing.
And also,
formation.
you've got to give them time to gel.
Yeah.
You have to. And if you keep mixing it up, they're not going to gel, and if you're going to keep changing it, it just confuses the whole thing.
Yeah, Michael Statham said here he's concerned about how overrun we were by Palace and that we didn't create that many chances. And when I think back to that stat that I've just reeled off of, we faced the most shots in the Premier League, that
basically backs that up.
It is a little bit of a concern.
Yeah.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Should mention at this point there won't be a match preview this week because we're really, really tight for time. I've got to do some travelling with work with my real job, which is absolutely devastating. I mean, I don't want to go into my sob stories too much, but it took me 2.5 hours to get home from Southampton yesterday, which I wasn't best pleased with at all. I think Kevin Friend must have been in charge
oh God, here we go.
The roadworks on the M3 yesterday, because that was a shambles, but never mind.
Oh,
The Athletic. You've been reading The Athletic?
I haven't. I'm not, but
I've been going on about it a lot.
You have a lot.
Because it is unbelievable. It's so good. If you're not subscribed to The Athletic and you've got the means to subscribe, I suggest you do it, because it's the best football website out there by a country mile. Greg Evans, who used to be at the Birmingham Mail's covering Villa, but I'm finding myself reading everything on there. And I'm learning all sorts about all kinds of teams.
What have you learned?
I've got to say, I've been reading about West Brom. The West Brom writers, top class.
Yeah.
Just the whole thing is really, really good. And there's a big interview with Stephen Ireland, who I'd pretty much forgotten even existed until today. And there's obviously some bits about Villa in there which could be of interest if you've not read it. So I'll just read a bit here. When I went to Aston Villa from Man City in 2010, I got a real tough deal. Martin O'Neill signed me. I drove to Villa. We went in and sat down and I signed a couple of papers and I stopped, looked at my agent and said, "Can we go outside for a chat, please?" So we went outside and I said, "I've got such a bad feeling about this." Fair. My wife said not to do it, but my agent was like, "Look, you don't have to do it, but maybe it's because you've been at City so long." And I don't know, I just signed it. I've always gone with my gut instinct, and on this one occasion, I didn't. The guy goes home. A few days later, Martin O'Neill leaves. Villa have got no manager, and he couldn't believe it. He basically wanted to pull out, and he has not been very complimentary about Gerard Houllier.
No, that was a bit that I read. No.
And this fits in. Did you see the Petrov podcast?
Yes, I have. Yeah,
this
yeah,
fits in with
yeah.
what Petrov was saying about Gerard Houllier. I
Yeah.
got to admit, I was shocked by Petrov's analysis of Houllier.
I
'cause
was.
I always thought Houllier obviously knew what he was doing, managed at Liverpool.
Yeah.
Seems that's not the case
No.
at all. So apparently the first thing Houllier said to Ireland was, "You're a very good player, but I didn't sign you, so I don't want you here." I mean, to be honest,
What
Gerard Houllier might have a different version of events. to
Yeah.
this. It's worth saying, but it does kind of fit in with what Petrov was saying,
Yeah.
the weird things.
But I would never have assumed that.
But the thing I've taken away from that is, well, you didn't sign any of them. None of them.
You've just come in.
None of them are your players, mate. So that's a weird thing to just say
That
to,
is true,
to
just
one
to
player.
one player.
Someone who had a good reputation at the time
Yeah.
and was seen as a talented player. Now, to be fair, Ireland acknowledges that he's had problems himself. Not everything is other people's fault. But he goes on to say, I've played for a few really, really horrendous managers. I thought Gerard Houllier was one in particular. It baffles me how that guy has ever got a football job, and it scares me. It makes me think that I could easily be a manager if he's doing it. My gardener could easily be a manager if he's got a job, because I thought he was that bad. He said basically every team talk that Gerard Houllier did, he would hark back to Liverpool, which does fit back into when we played Liverpool and lost 3-0 under Houllier.
Yeah.
And he spent the whole time just having a chat with
Yeah.
the Liverpool fans.
And you're like, mate.
Touching the Anfield thing on the way through.
Yeah. 3 minutes down here.
The best bit of the story here.
I feel like you've said that before. but anyway.
No, this is
Okay.
the best bit. I didn't think he had a clue about football. Everybody's training like maniacs to get in the team on Saturday, and I remember he was 4 football fields away looking at flowers and walking around with his hands behind his back. How was he picking the team on a Saturday? It's frightening. That's what killed me. Not good that he's doing the gardening, is it?
Well, not really, or
Train, is it?
picking flowers or looking at flowers.
I mean, we should acknowledge at this point that it's pretty well known that since when Martin O'Neill left, Villa just became an absolute mess and we're in turmoil. But
Yeah.
when you're reading that the manager, and again, I should stress, Gerard Houllier might deny this completely, but when Gerard Houllier is looking at picking the flowers, they're picking his team.
Rather than,
there's some serious
problem.
problems
Yeah.
there. He prayed again. Like I was surprised when Petrov praised Alex McLeish in our podcast, but Stephen Ireland does the same. He said he was a
That was a
father
really
figure.
interesting one.
Yeah, there's a few things in there that surprised me, but to be fair, it's marrying what Ireland's saying is marrying up with what
Yeah.
Petrov told us. So people might look at this and think, I don't believe Stephen Ireland. He's got a reputation for being an idiot.
Yeah.
But to be fair, everyone would believe what Petrov says, and they're saying
Petrov.
similar things. So it's a really interesting piece. If you can subscribe to The Athletic, I suggest you do it because it's great, and I'm losing hours a day reading it, to be fair.
I'm sure Ange loves that.
She doesn't. She's not bothered. Let's face it, she knows my love for football, so it's not a great surprise. So, should we do some questions?
Let's do it.
We asked for plenty of questions because we realised it was going to be light. There wasn't much to talk about, but to be fair,
Other than Dan
we're
talking about
42
Kevin
minutes in.
Friend.
I've not been that bad. Nowhere near as bad as the other week, obviously.
I think that's all you spoke
Right,
about.
let's do. I mean, to be fair, the first question is about Kevin Friend here. After I've said we're not going to talk about him, the first question is: so Sam Valet, 123, your biggest fan. She
Love
came at you at Villa Park, didn't she?
She did.
Yeah.
She did.
Asked if
Love
I've
that.
calmed down from the Kevin Friend debacle yet. And I think I've calmed down and I'm a bit more jovial about it, but I'm still annoyed. Obviously, I will be until we next play and win, or we just get a terrible decision go our way. Like if we give away
Yeah.
a blatant penalty and it doesn't get given, or someone gets a goal disallowed for no reason. And I don't wish that on other fans, but if it happens now, I'm not going to be upset about it because we've had the worst decision I've ever seen
Have
in
you
my
got
life.
tickets for his?
His after dinner.
Yeah.
event. What do you make of that? Because me and Tom talked about it.
Yeah, we did.
You see what I'm saying?
I agreed with you.
You shouldn't be doing that when you're a referee now.
No, if you're retired or whatever, knock yourself out, do as many as you want.
I mean, I would
But-
question people that are going to retired referees' conventions.
No, but, I
It's the
mean,
kind of
like,
thing
if
Tom
he's
would
not-
go to.
No, I mean, like, if he's not. No, it's not. It's a bit distasteful, I think.
It's just, well, I wouldn't surprise me if he cancelled it, to be honest.
You've probably sold it out, that's why.
I've not heard great things about Kevin Friend
The
as a referee.
Bardell family has sold
No,
it
but I've not
out.
heard, generally, I'm not hearing good things about Kevin Friend as a referee anyway, regardless of what happened with us. So, John McGod has asked, I've got to say, this is a horrible question. This is like asking me to choose between which rabbit I love the most, and I can't do it. You're stranded on a desert island. Who would you rather be with, Kevin Friend or Jolly and Lescott? It's not good.
It's not good.
I've just said that I'd never go to a refereeing.
Yeah,
Like
you
after dinner
did.
events, he can't be Kevin Friend. It's got to be Lescott.
So I would go Kevin Friend.
You know-
Do you know what I would want? I would want to talk to him, and I'd want to be like, what the.
That's how I feel about Lescott. because I didn't like him. He's probably my least favourite Villa player that we have ever had. But saying that, if Jolly and Lescott said to me tomorrow, do you want to do a podcast and talk about my time over Villa? I'd be fascinated to do it, and I think it would be a really good podcast.
Yeah.
So I'll go with Lescott just so I could pick his brain.
I'd go with Kevin Friend because I'd want to...
It's torn in the studio.
Yeah,
torn in
it
the
is.
podcast booth. So let's know in the comments. Maybe Rolla can do a little poll for us.
Yeah,
that's John McGod. Didn't enjoy that question coming in, if I'm being honest. Question for you here, Paul Tipton. Will Jas be taking a place in the next Villa on Tour game? Yet to be organised at the next Villa on Tour game, but you're not much of a baller, are you?
I'm not.
I mean, to be fair, neither am I, and I was playing.
Yeah, I heard about that. Nah. I would love to. However, you absolutely do not want me in your team.
No, I don't think so.
I did say
I didn't really want you in the podcast booth tonight.
Yeah.
I'm being honest.
Can we discuss this?
No, I'm joking. You were the natural choice. Obviously, Tom and Chris have
You said that you asked my dog.
Little joke.
And my sister.
I didn't ask your sister. She made that up. She completely made that up. But obviously, Tom and Dolan have been doing it for a long time, so they're going to be ahead of you in the pecking order because they've been doing it. But the more you come in, and you're obviously nailing the match previews at the moment as well, the more you do, eventually there'll be a clamour for you to be in here.
I feel like I might just start getting another chair in here and just...
Maybe I'll get dropped.
Maybe you will.
Yeah. And let me tell you, Andrew would be pleased with that if I got dropped from the podcast, but you won't be playing the Villa on Tour game.
No, unless Villa take me under their wing, couple of training sessions with the team.
More than a couple by the sounds of it. But from what you've told, I'm only going by what you've told me.
I mean, okay, fair. That's a fair comment. Yeah. So Villa, if you want
to be fair, Max's sister's got involved in their channel a little bit, hasn't they? So I don't know. Maybe you go training with her. Maybe get you both in the team. Yeah.
Do you know? I think actually I might go training with the Villa women's team.
Oh yeah, they'll just let you in, I'm sure.
I can ask.
They don't just let any stranger come in and play.
No, but I can ask.
Okay, you ask.
I will ask. I'll let you know how I get on.
Okay, I'll ask for you. I'll DM them. Yeah. I'll ask. I wouldn't mind going train. I wouldn't mind doing some training. Fancy myself as a goalkeeper still.
Do you?
Just think I got a chance of making it. Probably not.
How old are you going to be?
34 next week. It's not good, is it?
No.
Luke Hatfield, another light-hearted question, which to be fair, I did ask for all these. You're on death row, last meal, what you having?
I think Dolan replied to this.
He had a strange choice.
Was it like a lemon tart?
Yeah, I think a lemon tart. No?
I mean, I don't mind a lemon tart, but that's your last meal. I am going in.
What are you having?
Definitely Nando's.
I actually don't know what I'd have because...
Oh, definitely Nando's. And I would you've got to go starter. You've got to go for the pita and hummus. And then...
I'm not a big Nando's fan. I think it's vastly overrated. Whenever Anne says, do you want to go to Nando's, I think, oh no.
Yeah, that's because you're vegetarian.
No, but even before I was vegetarian. Before I was vegetarian, I thought Nando's is rubbish. Not a big fan of Nando's at all.
No, Nando's.
But it does make my last meal a bit different being vegetarian. Because I think if it was my last meal,
would I
then just have meat? I'm going to have to say no because I've made a big commitment here. I just have.
Well, you said you were going to do it for a week first.
No, I didn't.
Did you not? I'm sure you told me you were going to go vegetarian for.
Margarita pizza. I'll have a margarita because I like pizza.
Fairs.
Yeah,
any Pizza Hut, Domino's?
I do like a Pizza Hut.
Do you? I'm Domino's over Pizza Hut. Yeah.
Sam Young, Villa related question. Sorry.
Going back, so you're a Pizza Hut margarita.
Yeah. Well, it used to be pepperoni, but I've changed, obviously.
Okay. But
a bit of red onion on there.
Pudding, I'd go Nando's chocolate cake.
Not much. I'm not big on pudding either, to be honest.
Well, you're a cheap death row meal.
Would you have you wouldn't have a Bovril for your last meal? Because one of the... Dan McCarthy's asked if you've ever had a Bovril. And you saw that question.
I did see this question.
This is shameful. You asked me what a Bovril was?
Yeah.
I cannot... You've been to a lot of Villa games. And and you've never had a Bovril, never even seen it advertised.
No, I literally said it to you. I was like, damn, what the hell is this?
It's just gravy. Actually, can vegetarians have Bovril? I've not considered this.
Ooh.
Oh, this could be a complete game changer. Let us know if vegetarians can have Bovril in the comments.
I've never even heard of it.
That's shocking. Every football fan knows what Bovril is.
No.
It's like one of the first things I learned when I went to the football. This is a Bovril. Here you are, have a cup of gravy. That's basically, what it is.
Before I could drink, I'd have a tea or a
I don't drink tea
or whatever. But
Bovril on a cold day. Oh yeah. Yeah.
No.
Right,
but there's cold days coming up.
Next
so
time,
maybe...
next time we go to Villa, I'm going to make sure you have a Bovril.
There we go.
I'm going to give you a Bovril.
I'll have one on Monday.
Sam Young, Villa-related question, which is rare in these questions, to be fair, today. Add one previous Villa player to our current squad.
We spoke about this a little bit.
Yeah, so I just went with... I wanted to go with someone who was still playing to make it a bit more realistic, and the best I could come up with was Snodgrass. Just because I wanted someone out wide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I went with.
I had two.
Who was yours? I've forgotten.
Angel.
Well, yeah. Not still playing, but yeah.
Oh, sorry, not still playing. That was before you put that term on.
Mine was Dwight York, by the way, for people who aren't still playing.
And then we were talking, and I was like, Tammy?
You want Tammy in there?
I want Tammy back.
Yeah. He's done well. He scored a couple of goals for Chelsea.
Yes, I want Tammy back.
He's doing well. Martin McKeever has asked us about Marcus Rojo from Man U has been linked, but that is an absolute rubbish rumour. There's no way we're in for a centre-back. No. And he's not even a very good centre-back, Rojo. So
I've not heard.
I think we can completely knock that one on the head.
Yeah.
I cannot see any chance
of
that coming at all. I always want to say Gabriel Sutton, but I think it might be Gabriel Sutton. Really, really good EFL writer, Gabriel Sutton. I can't remember his Twitter handle, but he's a brilliant EFL writer, and he says O'Hare looks brilliant for Coventry. Do fancy him as a potential first-team option. I think I did in the Championship, but I've kind of not thought about it for the Premier League.
Literally the same.
Because we don't play with the number 10 either.
Yeah. If we were still in the Championship, yeah, potentially. But
he's doing well, though.
Yeah, he's doing well. But
a couple of goals already.
But I don't think he would... I mean, do you think he would make the cut right now?
I wouldn't mind him as an option, potentially, to be honest.
I think we have better options.
Bit of a little flair player. I like it. He's a good little footballer, Callum O'Hare. I like that kind of player.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to say I do like that kind of player, but it's a big ask for him to get in the team.
Yeah, it is. And there's so much, It's
so funny that the Coventry are playing their games at
St Andrews.
St Andrews now, singing in pubs about negative songs about the Villa.
Yeah.
The Villa players scoring your goals.
Yeah.
It's just ridiculous.
It is ridiculous, and I almost really?
I mean, if you're having to play,
do you have any sense?
If you're not Birmingham City and you're having to play your home games at St Andrews in the first place, that's an embarrassment.
It's shameful.
I'd concentrate on your own house before you slagging Villa off. To be fair, Cov fans, I look forward to the Cov fans sliding into my DMs on Twitter. Big Nick, the Villa on Tour manager, actually, Big Nick, Owen's dad, favourite international football memory, and this is when I was staggered by how little successful international football you will have seen. I mean, to be fair, I've not seen loads.
But you've seen more than me.
I've had Euro 96, which was the best tournament ever.
Dan was like, were you even about then? I was like, I was 3.
That wasn't a morale boost, to be honest. But if you think the last World Cup was good, which is your answer, isn't it?
It is.
World Cup.
Well, it's my answer because it's the most successful. It's the best we've ever done in a tournament. So.
Yeah. Well, we got to the semis in Euro 96 as well. I mean, I was only 10.
I feel like that's the best age.
My God, Euro 96 was my first exposure to international football tournaments, really. And I did see World Cup 94, but England didn't qualify for that, so it was a bit different. But England in Euro 96 was unreal.
Yeah,
that's easily my favourite international football memory. I think I remember my dad going to a game with work, and I wasn't going. I remember being devastated, not happy with it at all.
Yeah,
that's done me over a few times. It's fair, but that's how he's back. Actually, so we give him a shout out. That's how he's back. He's not going to be at Villa Park on Monday.
Is he not?
Back now. Doctors have said you can't do anything. Back's so bad, so my dad's not going to be at Villa Park on Monday. Maybe not the game after. He's had to cancel his holiday to Canada and America. They were going away. Yeah, so get well, Dad.
Yeah,
get
we
well,
hope
Pops.
to see you soon.
Yeah, I mean, I will see him soon because he's my dad.
At Villa Park.
You hope to see him soon.
At Villa Park.
Okay.
Yeah, I said we, didn't I?
Yeah.
I meant me.
Yeah, I'm going to see him soon. This is a good question. Michael Statham, why do the Villa View all live in London? Obviously, everyone who does the podcast, because the podcast's done in London, we're obviously all London-based.
We are.
We all live in London for work, don't we?
We do. I think if you ask any of us if we would move back to Birmingham.
I mean, Tom and Dolan, to be fair, aren't from Birmingham, but me and you.
But if you asked either of us, I'd bite your hand if I'd move back in a second.
It's not the work.
Yeah.
It's not the work. I mean, to be fair.
Especially in the industry that we work in.
Yeah, I mean, obviously everyone knows what my long-term ambitions are, and it's not doing the normal job I do now. It's doing this kind of thing, but yeah, just there's nothing for me in Birmingham at the moment. Nothing going on, so it's difficult.
It's a shame because I feel like Birmingham has... This is very off topic. Birmingham has so much potential, and obviously you've got a lot of like BBC and Salford, and
there's not much media going on there, though, is there?
Absolutely. Well, I don't want to say nothing. There's hardly anything.
Considering Birmingham's a smaller, better, it's a smaller, better London.
Yeah.
Because I don't really like London. If you want to find us jobs in Birmingham, then
Give us a shout.
I guess I must say, for those who are listening on via audio, they're not going to get this at all, but we're sat here in shirts from the same season, home and away, and I've got to say, it looks very nice.
Yeah, I
looks
like this shirt.
It looks very fit. No, but it looks good, the home and away.
Oh, right. Okay.
It's the same shirt. So I just from the same season, sorry, I just think it looks good.
Should we make that thing?
I mean, it's going to be difficult if you've got every shirt from every season.
No.
It's going to be tough to do that. It's going to be tough.
You have some sort of shirt dealer.
I've got like
He's
60
always
shirts
buying
now.
shirts.
Yeah, but don't tell Ange. She doesn't know about all the purchases that go on. To be fair, yeah.
Did she listen to the pod?
No.
Oh, Ange.
She might, to be fair, because you and her are like best friends now, she may listen. So it's worry that I've decided to make that comment the week she might listen. Yeah,
we need an edit here.
Don't entice her to listen to it.
All right, I'll send her the link.
If you speak to her, I think you speak to my wife, to be fair, more than I do. I
think I do.
At the moment, I think you've suddenly become absolute best pals. But I think that does the podcast.
I think it does. Unless you want to hear more about our.
I'm very wary that we've completely moved away from Villa at this point, and people are probably turning off. But thank you very much for coming.
No, it's
really,
nice.
Really appreciate it.
It's
First
okay.
podcast done.
First podcast done.
You were quite nervous. Was it?
I
Did
was
it go
nervous.
as bad as you?
As bad
as you thought it was going to go?
I feel like you're going to be the judge of
I
that.
thought it was all right.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, if it did go badly, people won't be shy and letting you know.
I'm
in the
sure they
comments.
won't. I'm
No.
sure they won't.
Comments are
but
always.
be nice.
The comments are always an interesting place. But yeah, thanks ever so much for watching or listening. I realise at this point that I haven't picked a competition winner for the art football t-shirt, so I'll make sure Tom and I get on that for next week. If it's Tom and I, if it's Tom and I in the booth, Rollo asked me to do that, and I haven't done it, so I apologise. So, but entries are closed for that now, so we will pick a winner.
When did they close? Like last year?
Yeah, maybe we'll let you know on social media who won that. There won't be a match preview, as I've said, but there will be fan cams on Monday night, so I'll be outside the Holt with Rollo to talk to anyone that wants to come and have their say. You trying to go on Monday?
I'm trying to go on Monday.
You've left it last minute for ticket.
I promised my dad I'd take it.
Yeah, and you thought I'd be able to get you one, and I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, you've let yourself down.
Yeah.
And
my dad.
And you've let your dad down.
Sorry, Ranj.
Which is shameful.
Sorry, Ranj.
But yeah, thanks ever so much for watching and listening. We all really, really appreciate it. We'll be back next week with a podcast, but hopefully see some of you at fan cams of the Villa. Nope.
Oh,
You always forget. If you enjoyed that video, why not watch another? Click the video choices on screen now to go and watch them in full. Be sure to subscribe to the channel by clicking our logo there on the left. Easy peasy.